me that आप स्विमिंग करना अलग बात है, वाटर में एंजॉय करने के लिए जाना अलग बात है, लेकिन जहां ये बात आती है कि जहां मुझे अपना आई हैव टू इमर्स माई हेड बिलो वाटर, आई हैव अ फियर. Do you have the same kind of fear? Do you feel the same kind of thing?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mohit has the same thing. Chiransh, what about you, Akshat?
Yes, ma'am.
So we all have that feeling कि we would be feeling suffocated. पता नहीं क्या होगा जब पूरा head नीचे immerse कर देंगे. Whether we would be able to breathe or not. Water अंदर चला जाएगा, क्या होगा क्या? So we have different kind of fears related to that immersing into water, right? Going deep into the water. So the next chapter that we are going to start with is talking about the same thing. So the chapter is focusing on the fear of water that the narrator had related to swimming, the experience that he had related to swimming, how it affected him, his life, and his experiences, and how did he try to overcome it. We are going to talk about it. तो chapter का नाम क्या कोई बताएगा? Anyone who would like to tell the name of the chapter? Make a guess. कोई भी नहीं, guess तो करो.
Deep water.
Yes, very good, Akshat. Deep water. The name of the chapter is Deep Water. So I am sharing my screen. You all are requested to open up your literature books so that you are able to relate and understand the concept side by side. Yes, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let us move. Firstly, about William Dawes. William Dawes is the author as well as the narrator of this chapter. Right? Akshat, let us start reading.
William Dawes was born in Maine in English and was born in Maine in
Minnesota.
Minnesota. After graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remains the longest surviving justice in the history of the court. The following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas. It reveals how, as a young boy, William Douglas nearly drowned in a swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support his discussion of fear.
So thank you, Akshat. We all have one or the other kind of fear. So William Dawes was born in 1898 and died in 1980. He was born in Maine, Minnesota. He had a Bachelor of Art, BA means he did his graduation in English and Economics, and then he went for 2 years for teaching in high school. But he got tired of it, he got frustrated for this, and he decided to pursue a legal career. When he was doing this, he met the president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, at Yale, and he became an advisor and friend of the same. Dawes was a leading advocate and he served for 36 years. That is the longest serving period, means he remained the judge for the longest. He remained in that post for 36 years, which was the longest term served by any person in the court. So the excerpt that we are going to talk about, Deep Water, has been taken from his novel Of Men and Mountains. And it is talking about his fear as a young boy and how that fear goes on with him till he grows up and he finally until he decides to overcome it by facing it, right? आप लोगों का कोई ऐसा fear है that you have since the childhood? Any aversion, any fear that you had?
Ma'am, height.
Height. Even I, when I'm standing on the fifth floor or on the roof, extreme top, then we all have that fear of height. Okay, what else? Anybody else who has a fear? Any kind of fear? We must have seen those cases where the people are having fear of closed doors. People are not able to go out in the lifts. That is claustrophobia. तो जो fear की extreme form होती है वो ऐसी भी होती है जहाँ पे phobic हो जाते हैं. But here the narrator is not letting this fear overpower him. Otherwise, it would have become a phobia for him. Some people have xenophobia. Xenophobia means fear of foreigners. You don't want to meet strange people, those whom you don't know. So everyone has a different kind of fear. Here, he's trying to tell us how he dealt with his fear, a fear that came out of his childhood experience, right? So this is the first one. The first fear, the first encounter that he had with water, right? When he was just a small child of 3 or 4 years old. Chiransh, beta read.
Okay, ma'am. And from the beginning, however, I had a aversion to the water when I was in it. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old and father took me to the beach in California. He and I stood together in the surf. I hung onto him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. I was buried in the water. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, but there was a terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. My introduction to the
Okay,
YMCA.
Chiransh,
meant-
beta stop. Chiransh, stop. So this was the first event that actually brought a fear and aversion. Aversion means when you're trying to avoid the thing, when you are there into it. From the beginning, he had an aversion to the water, a kind of avoidance that he had in his mind whenever he was there around water. The whole thing started when he was just 3 or 4 years old, and his father took him to the beach in California. They were there to surf. Surfing क्या होता है? What is surfing?
Surfing.
Yes, what is surfing?
Ma'am, when we,
Water के ऊपर
ma'am, when we swing on the slide, ma'am, on the waves of the water.
Yes. When you are standing on the surfboard and you are trying to stand on the waves with the help of that surfboard, right? So they both were trying to do surfing on the beach in California, and he was taking the support of his father. Yet the waves were too strong, he was not able to control, and he was there into the water, buried completely. His breath was gone. He was completely breathless, frightened, fearful. Though his father was laughing, but that first encounter, that first acquaintance with the water developed a terror in his heart because the waves had the capability to overpower him, his life. Now, this was the first one, and due to this, he was not able to go out into the water. He was not able to enjoy any pool parties or any such thing. Right? Now, the second fear will come up when he is going to be a bit grown up. Right? And he's learning swimming. He's trying to learn swimming so that he is able to come out of that fear. Right? Harshit, better read.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and shed childish fears. But in few little while, I gathered confidence. I paddled with my new water wings, watching the other girls and trying to learn by obeying them. I did this 2 or 3 times on different when the misadventure happened. I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet. The water was still, and the tile bottom was white and clean as bathtub. I was timid about going in alone, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. I had no been there no long when I came a big brushed of boy, probably 18-year-old. He had thick hair on his chest. He was a beautiful physical.
Harshit, are you there?
I had not been mum from there after it.
Yes, yes, Bacha, continue. I had not been
I
there
was
long.
I had not been there long when I came a big butcher of boy, probably 18-year-old. He had thick hair on his chest. He was a beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles. He yelled, "Hi, skinny! How you like to be dubbed?"
Yes, Harshit, stop. So the second experience took place when he was trying to learn swimming at YMCA swimming pool. And this incident reminded him of all the sad and unpleasant memories that he had of the previous experience when he was just 3 to 4 years old. And it also, Chiransh, you raised hand.
And what is YMCA swimming pool?
YMCA is Young Men Association. It is a kind of organization.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories. Some sad memories, some disliking memories again came up to his mind. And the childish fear, the fear that he had due to the previous experience with water, it all came up once again. But in a little while, he tried to gather confidence. He was paddling with his new water wings. आप लोगों ने कभी देखा है छोटे बच्चों को स्विमिंग कैसे सिखाते? Have you seen?
Sorry, ma'am.
Have you seen how the young children, when they go for swimming classes, how they are taught to swim? Have you seen that?
No, ma'am.
Actually, what happens, they are given a board kind of thing, a rectangular board kind of thing with on which they keep their hand, right? So that they are not going down into the water. And they have to hold that board, and at the back means they have to keep on paddling their legs so that they are able to make a practice that how they need to move their legs to maintain a balance on the surface of the water, right? So this is the first step. So as a child, as a young boy, when he started going there, he was paddling with his water wings, and he was watching the other boys how they were learning, trying to learn by aping them, means just by copying them. He was trying to learn. He was doing this means he tried to do this 2 3 times on different days, and was trying to feel that he can also take the water easily. But soon the misadventure happened. Now, what was this misadventure? One day he went to the pool when no one else was there. He was all alone. The place was quiet. The water was still stationary because nobody was there inside the pool, so it was quite silent. The tiled bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. You must have seen the bathtub, the jacuzzi. In jacuzzi, when you keep the water and the water is not touched by anyone, you can see the surface. In the same manner, the swimming pool was not having any movement in the water. That's why it was completely clear and clean. As the water happens in the bathtub. जैसे bathtub में पानी होता है ना, बिल्कुल clean, crystal clear होता है, वैसे ही पानी यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा था. क्यों? क्योंकि कोई movement नहीं थी pool में. I was timid. Now he was a bit nervous about going inside alone. So he sat on the side of the pool and he started waiting for others. कि जब सब आ जाएंगे तब एक साथ pool में जाएंगे practice करने के लिए. और जब भी आप देखोगे जब बच्चों को practice करने के लिए दिया जाता है तो 2 areas होते हैं pool में. In fact 3. One is the shallower side, one is deep, and the next is the deepest side of the pool. तो deepest side तो उनके लिए होती है जो professionally मतलब perfect हो जाते हैं. डीप साइड उनके लिए होती है जो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे होते हैं कि हाँ उनको अब कैसे वाटर को हैंडल करना है. शैलो साइड उन बच्चों के लिए होती है कि जो अगर नीचे भी चले जाएं तो उनको डूबने का खतरा ना हो बाय चांस. So he was sitting on the side of the pool, and it had not been much time when a big bruiser of a boy, bruiser means muscular kind of boy, probably around 18 years old, he had thick hair on his chest, he came up, and he was beautifully looking because it was all he was having muscular body. So he shouted, "Hi skinny, how would you like to be ducked?" So he came and he said, "Hi skinny boy, how would you like to be ducked? कैसा रहेगा अगर मैं तुम्हें इसमें धक्का दे दूं तो उसने क्या किया, डॉलर्स को गोद में उठाया और लेके ऐसे पानी में छोड़ दिया।
मैम ये कौन बोल रहा है कि वो उसको मतलब धक्का दे देगा?
ये उस बॉय ने पूछा जो 18 ईयर ओल्ड बॉय था कि तुम्हें कैसा लगेगा अगर मैं तुम्हें डक की तरह नीचे फेंक दूं तो अंदर, राइट? सो एंड अब इसके बाद क्या हुआ, अब जरा अपनी अपनी बुक्स में देखो। इसके बाद when and he actually did it, that 18-year-old boy actually did it. He tossed him into the deep end and he landed in a sitting position. और वो कैसे गया, जैसे हम बैठते हैं ना प्रॉपरली, वैसे ही वो उसी पोजीशन में गया। He swallowed, he drank a lot of water and he went at once to the bottom. किसी के साथ भी यही होता है, जब हम सडनली हमारा कभी पैर स्लिप हो जाता है किसी वाटर बॉडी का, what happens, we are drowning into it. So the same happened with Dulles. He was completely frightened, but he was not frightened out of his intelligence. He was frightened, but he had not lost his intelligence. अब उसने क्या किया, on the way down, means when his body was going down, he had planned already कि जैसे ही मेरे पैर बॉटम को हिट करेंगे, मींस बेस पे टच करेंगे, मैं एकदम जंप करने की कोशिश करूंगा और मैं ऊपर आ जाऊंगा। बट इज इट पॉसिबल? इज इट पॉसिबल? एक 10 और 11 इयर्स के बॉय के लिए इज इट पॉसिबल कि वाटर अपना फोर्स नहीं लगाएगा? वाटर अपना फोर्स लगाएगा तो जंप करना पॉसिबल ही नहीं तो सभी लोग जंप करके बाहर आ जाए। व्हाई वुड पीपल ड्राउन? अगर सब लोग ऐसे जंप करके बाहर आ पाए तो वाटर से हर एक कोई बाहर आ जाए, लोग डूबे ही ना। तो ही हैड नो आइडिया कि वाटर भी अपना फोर्स लगाएगा। So what he on, I would make a big jump and come to the surface and would lie flat on the surface of water and paddle to the edge of the pool. Paddling करना तो उसने already सीख लिया था, तो उसने सोचा मैं ऐसा करूंगा। But it was too long way down the pool. Those 9 feet were more like 90. वो 9 feet भी कैसे लग रहे थे, 90 feet की तरह लग रहे थे। Before I touch means इससे पहले कि उसके legs bottom को touch करते, उसकी lungs में already पानी भर चुका था। They were already ready to burst with the force of water. But when his feet hit the bottom, he announced, means he ordered all his strength and he tried to jump. और उसने सोचा था कि वो ऐसे जंप करेगा जैसे बॉटल के ऊपर से ढक्कन को हटाते हैं ना, विस्की की बॉटल जब खोलते हैं और सीधा कॉर्क जो ऊपर का कवरिंग एरिया होता है वो सीधा खुल के कहीं भी गिर जाता है। He would jump like that, but he came up very slowly. He opened his eyes and he was not able to see anything but only water around him. That dirty yellow tinge of the water that he was able to see. Now he started growing worried. He reached up, he tried to get hold of the rope, but his hands were only able to get hold of water. He was suffocating. He tried to shout as well for help, but no sound came up. Then his eyes, his nose came out of water, but not his mouth. So he was not able to breathe at all. He flayed at the surface of the water, swallowed and choked. So he was all having that water all inside his body. He tried to bring his legs up, but they were not able to, as if a dead weight had been added to them. Paralyzed, rigid. So this was all he was feeling. A great force was pulling him underwater. What was this great force? What was this great force?
Gravity.
Yes, buoyancy होती है ना, जैसे buoyancy हमें हेल्प करती है कि कोई भी चीज वाटर के ऊपर फ्लोट करे, वैसे ही वाटर का अपना एक इंटरनल अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स होता है। अर्थ तो वहां भी है ना, तो वहां का जो अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स है, इट वाज नॉट अलाउइंग हिम टू कम अप ऑन द सर्फेस ऑफ द वाटर. I screamed, but only the water, but nobody was able to hear his scream. He had started on the long back journey to the bottom of the pool. Now he went down to the surface. He was trying to put all his strength as if this was a nightmare, and if he's going to fight with force, it will be all over. But unfortunately, he lost his breath, his fighting capacity. His lungs were aching. He was not able to breathe. His head was aching. He was getting dizzy. He was getting unconscious. But he remembered the strategy. Again, he tried to apply that first strategy, that as soon as he would go to the bottom, he would try to jump up again like a cock. And he would be lying flat on the water. He would strike out with his arms, and he would try to put a force with his legs. And then he would be able to be out of the pool and be safe. But again, the same thing happened. He went down and down endlessly. He opened his eyes, nothing but only water was visible. Dark water through which he was not able to see anything. And then finally, he was struck by fear. Up till now, he was having a little hope that I would be definitely able to come out. But now the fear stopped his activity. The kind of fear that was having no logic, no control, no one can understand. The one who has experienced the below underwater thing, only that person can understand that kind of fear. So he was completely paralyzed due to the effect of water, due to the drowning. Even the screams, the shouts that he was trying to make were all frozen because they were not reaching the ears of anyone. Only his heart, the pounding, the heartbeat was the proof that he was still alive. And then in that whole terrorsome situation came a touch of reason. He again tried to jump when he hit the bottom. And when he felt the tiles at the bottom, he tried to jump. But again, to no difference. The water was still around him. He was looking for rope, ladder, or any kind of thing that would be able to help him survive. Nothing but only water came around. Now, extreme terror stopped him, and as if he was getting a shock of electricity, he was not able to move his body. He was completely paralyzed. He was shaking and trembling with fear, fright. His arms were not moving. His legs were not responding. He was shouting for help, but nothing happened. No change happened. And then there was light. How there was light suddenly? How there was light suddenly? बताओ लाइट कैसे आई सडनली? अभी तक तो उसे सब कुछ डार्क दिख रहा था वाटर में, सडनली लाइट कहां से आई? गैस करो.
हम जब बाहर आ गए तो फिर
हाँ, somebody took him out. Somebody tried to rescue him. At least my eyes were my nose. Then I started down a third time. I sucked for air. अभी तक वो लाइट वो नहीं आई रेस्क्यू वाली. अभी तक सिर्फ वही है कि उसने जंप करने की कोशिश की, उसकी बॉडी थोड़ी सी ऊपर आई, and he was able to see a bit with his eyes, but his nose was almost out, but not his mouth. And then he was going down again the third time. He sucked some air. Again, he went into the water, and the light was going out. Then his body stopped reacting. He felt relaxed. कि अब तो जो हो रहा है हो जाए. Even his legs felt limp, that they were not having any breath left, they were not having any energy left, and his brain was going blackened. Everything was going darkened. Means he was going to be completely unconscious. So now there was no fear. There was no more panic. It was quiet and peaceful, as if he was going to die. Nothing to be afraid of, and that feeling was very nice. क्योंकि अब तक तो वो 2 बार से ट्राई कर रहा था, डर रहा था, कुछ नहीं हो रहा था. तीसरी बार में उसने सब कुछ छोड़ दिया कि let it happen, whatever is going to. So he was feeling drowsy. He was going to sleep, and he decided that I'm not going to jump anymore. He was too tired to jump. So he was being carried up gently into a space of water. Tender arms were around him, tender arms like mothers. Now he was thinking that he must go to sleep. He was getting completely unconscious. And he crossed to the oblivion. Oblivion means forgetfulness. That state of unconsciousness where you become unaware of your surroundings. And the curtain of life means he thought that I'm going to die soon, so let it be. The next, he remembers he was lying on his stomach. आपने देखा होगा जब भी कोई डूब जाता है तो सबसे पहले उसे stomach के सारे लिटा के he is being pressed on that area so that whatever water has been sucked or swallowed should be coming out of the lungs. So beside the pool, and he was vomiting out the water. The chap, the young boy who had thrown him into the water was saying, but I was only fooling, I was only making fun. Someone said the kid nearly died, and somebody already warned him that due to you, just because of you, the boy was almost on the verge of dying. Be all right now, let's carry him to the locker room. The locker room where the kids generally kept their belongings, their other clothes apart from the swimming costume. Right? So this was the experience where he tried thrice, means twice he tried to come up, and how it was all so fearful, so frightening for Dulles that every time he was trying to come up, his body was not supporting. And that's why the fear that he had for water became stronger. The avoidance, the disliking for water became stronger, strengthened. Right? Now, several hours later, he was able to walk home. He was weak. He was trembling. He was shaking with fear and crying at the same time when he was lying on his bed. He was not able to eat anything that night. And for many days, he had that fear that was coming back to him, haunting him all the time in his heart. The slightest exertion, means any kind of sudden thing, used to make him upset. His knees used to shake badly, and his stomach used to feel sick. So he was not able to come out of that feeling of fear for many days after this particular experience. And after that, he decided that he is never going to be there in the pool once again. He had feared water, and he was trying to avoid it as much as possible. Right? Now, after a few years, he came to know about the water of Cascades. Right? So now we are going to talk about the third event that it happened. Yes? Karthik, beta, read.
कहाँ से पढ़ना है मैम?
Yeah, series of events, treacherous Yakima River.
It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had to decide to learn to swimming. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. The Yakima River was treacherous. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river, but the YMCA pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other. The drop was gradual. I got a मैम इसके आगे नहीं आ रहा.
अब ये वही है जो हम पढ़ चुके हैं. This is the beginning of that event, that why he joined the YMCA pool. Right? After that, we have read this all.
Ma'am, we have to start with a few years later.
No. A few years later, we have already done. Wait, I'm showing you now this part of the screen we have already done. The misadventure. This is all done. We have all read it. See the effects of misadventure. The first misadventure that he had. Vomiting. He became weak and trembling. He shook and cried. He could not eat. And the long-term effect was that he is never going to be there near the water bodies. He will not possess, means he was not able to stop himself. He was not going to have any such thing. His legs paralyzed. That icy horror always used to grab his heart whenever he used to think of water. It affected his way of life. He became handicapped. How? Because due to this haunting fear, he was not able to go on any fishing trips, any swimming trips, and he was deprived of the joy that his friends were having in the water bodies. Now, we are going to talk about the next series of events that he had. So you can open up page number 27. Yes, has everyone started? Page number 27.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So page number 27 is talking about how that fear went on with him even when he grew up. When he went to the water of cascades, he wanted to get into them. He wanted to wade. Wade means when you walk into the water, the Titan or bumping river. But the moment he got into the water, once again, he was not able to walk. His body became paralyzed. This handicap for water stayed with him for many years when he was going on lakes for fishing, and he was not able to do this. And every time when he was going out, 1 October, one day of October, he decided that he wants to have an instructor to overcome this fear. Yes. So, who was reading? Karthik, beta read swimming session with the instructor.
शुरू से पढ़ना है.
Yes.
I used every way I knew to overcome this fear, but it held me firmly in its grip. Finally, 1 October, I decided to get an instructor and learn to swim. I went to pool, practiced 5 days a week, an hour each day. The instructor put a belt around me, a rope attached to the belt, went through a pulley that ran overheld cable. He held to the end of the rope, and we went back and forth across the pool, hour after day, week after week. On each trip across the pool, a bit of the panic seized me. Each time the instructor relaxed his hold on the rope, and I went under. Some of the old terror returned, and my legs froze. It was 3 months before the tension began to slack. Then he taught me to put my face under the water and exhale. And I raised my nose and inhale. I repeated the exercise hundreds of times. Bit by bit, I shed part of the panic that seized me when my head went underwater.
Yes, continue. The same page. Next, he held me.
Next, he held me at the side of the pool and had me kick with my leg. For weeks, I did just that. At first, my leg refused to work, but they gradually relaxed, and finally, I could command them. Thus, piece by piece, he built a swimmer, and when he had perfected each piece, he put them together into an integrated whole. In April, he said, "Now you can swim. Dive off and swim the length of the pool. Crawl stalk." I did. The instructor was finished.
Okay, thank you, Karthik. So, swimming session started with instructor. Finally, 1 October, he decided that he needs to overcome this fear. Enough of it that he had been spoiling all his trips due to this fear of water. So, now the instructor was having a strategy. Yes, the instructor was following a strategy. He put a belt around Dowlus so that Dowlus is not feeling nervous the moment he is going into water. A rope attached to the belt went through a pulley. Yes, that ran on. आप लोगों ने देखा होगा पुली कैसे वर्क करता है. वेल में जैसे पुली वर्क करता है. The moment you put the bucket into a well, पुली को आप लूजन अप करते हो तो वो बकेट नीचे चली जाती है वाटर में. और जैसे ही आप उस पुली को पुल करना स्टार्ट करते हो रोप को, तो वो पुली की हेल्प से बकेट ऊपर आ जाती है. हैव यू सीन दैट मैकेनिज्म?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so the same mechanism was being followed. That पुली के वन साइड पे कौन था बकेट की जगह? डाउलस. Yes, so that, and they were going on back and forth in that manner so that whenever Dowlus is having that fear, he can be pulled out of the pool. So every day they were practicing this week, hour after hour, day after day, week after week, this went on. And on each trip across the pool, a bit of the panic used to seize him, struck him. Each time, the instructor used to relax his hold, his control on the rope, and he used to go under the water. The same kind of terror used to return, and his legs stopped working. It was 3 months. It took him 3 months to come out of that fear, and his body started responding according to the instruction. So, when 3 months got over and he started coming out of that fear that he can handle water, then the instructor taught him the technique to breathe in water, right? That when you are there in the water, underwater, then you need to exhale. And then after some time, you need to raise your nose to inhale. He repeated the exercise hundred of times, and every time he was doing it, he was leaving his fear, leaving his panic state bit by bit in small proportion. So finally, next he held me at the side of the pool and had me kick with my legs. And next he held him, means he held him, he hold him at the side of the pool and he asked him to kick with his legs. And for weeks he did just that. He did only that. At first his legs didn't respond, but gradually they started responding and they were able to do as per the command. Thus, piece by piece, he built a swimmer. Who is going to tell me the meaning of this line? Piece by piece, he built a swimmer. Batao, what does this line mean? Piece by piece, he built a swimmer. This line.
Ma'am, that ma'am, ma'am, by step by step,
Mohit, you are not audible. Your voice is
ma'am,
lagging a
he
lot.
make the child, ma'am, like step by step, he made the child who is fear of water. He has taken out his fear and made him a swimmer like him.
Yes, he is not child now, Mohit. He has grown up. So piece by piece, he built a means he worked on every state, every part of his body to come him out, to make him a proper swimmer, a perfect swimmer. Firstly, his mind. His mind was having fear, a lot of fear. That's why 3 months he was given that pulley practice. Then, after that, when his body started relaxing, when his body started coming into the relax, then he taught him how to breathe. After that, his legs that never responded in water, they were asked to kick. So bit by bit, he worked on every problem mentally, physically, and in this manner, the instructor was able to make him a proper swimmer. And when he had perfected each piece means each area of functioning, and put them together into a complete whole thing, then in April, see the time, October he started, and it took him April, almost 6 months, when the instructor finally confirmed that now you can swim. Dive off means take a dive into the water and swim the whole length of the pool from one side to another side, and in a crawl stroke. You must have seen butterfly stroke, crawl stroke, all these are kind of strokes, the kind of body movements that we make for swimming. So Dawlus was able to do it, and the instructor was able to finish his instruction. So after that, Dawlus did not require any kind of instruction or any kind of external support. But instructor had finished his teaching, but Dawlus was not completely satisfied that he was a complete swimmer. So he wanted to judge himself whether I've learned, whether I'm completely out of this fear or not. So what did he do individually after the instruction part was over, after the instructor was not there with him? What did he do to confirm himself that he was out of that fear? Let us read about that. Mohit, read beta, individual effort.
Yes, ma'am. Individual effort. But I was not finished. I still wondered if I would be terror stricken when I was alone in the pool. I tried it. I swam the length up and down. The tiny vestiges of the old terror would return. But now I could frown and say that I say to the terror trying to scare me, eh, well, here's to you. Look, and I would go for another length of the pool. This went on until July, but I was still not satisfied. I was not sure that all the terror had left, so I went to the lake. Wentworth in the New Hemisphere dived off a dock all Triggs Islands and swam 2 miles across the lake to Stamp Act Island. I swam the crawl, breaststroke, side stroke, and backstroke. Only once did the terror return when I was in the middle of the lake. I put my face and saw nothing but bottomless water. The old sensation returned in the miniature. I laughed and said, "Well, Mr. Terror, what do you think you can do to me?" It felt and I swam on. Yet I had residual doubts. At my first opportunity, I hurried west, went up the Triton
Titan.
to the Conrad Meadow, Titan to the Conrad Meadows, up the Conrad Creek Trail to Midi Glacier, and camped in the high meadow by the side of the warm lake. The next morning, I dived into the lake and swam across to the other shore and back, just as Doc Option used to do. I shouted with joy, and Glitter Peak returned the echo. I had conquered my fear of water.
See how he did the individual effort. He was still not satisfied. He was still wondering if he would be terror stricken, the fear would appear again when he was alone in the pool. अब तक तो उसने जो भी प्रैक्टिस की इंस्ट्रक्टर के साथ की, अब उसे ये डर था कि इंस्ट्रक्टर अब मेरे साथ नहीं है, क्या मैं अकेला पूल में जा सकता हूँ. He tried it. He swam the length of the pool one side to another. Tiny vestiges means remains. Tiny remains of the old terror came up. But now he was able to look into the face of the fear, and he was able to say angrily to the tear, "Oh, you are trying to scare me? Well, here is to you, look at me." And he would go to the other length of the pool to challenge the fear that now you cannot touch me. So till July, he was doing the practice this way, but he was still not satisfied that whether he was able to overcome his fear completely or not. And he was doubtful that the terror was still left or it will return. So he went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire. He dived off from the dock. Dock is the shipyard at Triggs Island, and swam 2 miles across the lake to a Stamp Act Island. So he swam from one lake to an island. And he tried all the strokes: crawl stroke, breaststroke, side stroke, backstroke. And once it happened that fear returned when he was in the middle of the lake. And he put his face under and saw nothing but bottomless water. So at that point, the terror again returned. The old sensation came in a minute form, but he still laughed and said, "Oh, Mr. Terror, what are you thinking you can do to me?" And he's saying that the moment I became confident again, the terror ran away and I continued my swimming. Still, he had certain residual doubts. जब हम कोई भी chemical reaction का काम करते हैं, लास्ट में जो कूड़ा करकट या थोड़ा सा बच जाता है, उसको कहते हैं रेसिड्यू. तो still that line of doubt was left. So what did he do? As soon as he got the first opportunity, he ran to the west direction. He went up to Titan to Conrad Meadows and up the Conrad Creek to Meade Glacier and camped on the high meadow by the side of Warm Lake. So he made a camp near the Warm Lake. The next morning, he removed his clothes, dived into the lake, and swam across to the other side of the shore and came back, just as the Doc Corpon used to do. Doc Corpon was a swimmer. So he was now shouting with joy. It was confirmed to him that his fear had finally gone. And Gilbert Peak returned the echo. So the place Gilbert Peak was echoing with his shouts of joy. I had conquered my fear of water. So in this manner, he became sure after so many trials by a swimming pool, then he went to New Hampshire, then he went to Conrad Meadows, and then it got confirmed that he was finally able to conquer his fear of water. Yes. Now, the last part. Mohit, continue reading.
Yes, ma'am. The experience has a deep meaning for me. as only those who have known stark terror and conquered it and can appreciate. In death there is a peace. There is a terror, only in the fear of the death, as Roosevelt knew when he said, "All we have to fear is fear itself." Because I had the experience both. Because I had experienced both the sensation of the dying and the terror that fear of it can produce. The wave, the produce the will to live somehow grew in the intensity. At last, I felt released, free to walk and trails and climb the peaks and to push aside the fear.
Yes.
Uh,
Thank you, Mohit. This is just a question for the students to do. Yes, the experience had a deep meaning for him. So the whole experience of learning to swim and trying it in different ways had a deep meaning for dollars. As the people who have experienced deep terror, extreme fear, can conquer it, means and have conquered it, can only appreciate. See, dying is very easily. We have seen how many cases of suicide occur. It is very easy to die, but to face your fear, to overcome your fear is really difficult. So Roosevelt had already said, all we have to fear is fear itself. जब तक हम किसी चीज से डरते रहते हैं, तब तक वो चीज हमें डराती है. लेकिन जिस दिन हम ये सोच लेते हैं ना कि आज मुझे अपने फियर को फेस करना है और इसको खत्म करना है, उस दिन हम अपने फियर को फेस भी कर पाते हैं और उस सिचुएशन से बाहर भी आ जाते हैं. Because Dollars had experienced both the sensation of dying and the terror that fear of it can produce. So he had experienced the fear of dying, how it becomes when you're on the verge of dying. और जब तक आप उससे डरते रहते हो तब तक आप किस तरह से सारा टाइम सफर करते हो. जब तक आपको ये रियलाइज नहीं होता कि आप कितना स्ट्रांगली जीना चाहते हो, तब तक फियर आपको डराता रहता है. लेकिन जिस दिन आप उसे फेस कर लेते हो, उसके बाद आपकी विल पावर टू लिव बिकम स्ट्रॉन्गर. At last, he felt free in the sense that he was able to walk on the paths, he was able to climb the peaks, and now he had no fear of anything, of water or of death. क्योंकि जिस चीज से उसे सबसे ज्यादा डर लगता था, वो चीज उसने ऑलरेडी कॉन्कर कर लिया था. The fear that he had in his mind related to water, he was able to overcome it. That's why now he was not even fearful of his death, that it will come at its decided pace. But what is the use of life if we are all the time struggling with the fear of death? अगर हम सारा टाइम अपने घर में ये बंद होके बैठ जाएंगे कि मुझे तो बाहर विंड चलेगी, उससे भी डर है कि कोई खंबा मुझ पे ना गिर जाए, मैं बाहर जाऊंगा तो ये भी हो सकता है कोई गड्ढा खुदा हो, मैं उसमें गिर जाऊं, मेरी डेथ हो जाए. अगर हम सारा टाइम डरते रहेंगे, then how will we live? So that realization, that achievement is making it means he's feeling that now he is completely free when he's able to conquer his fear of water. Right? तो अब आप लोगों को क्या करना है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग ये सब तो रिविजन क्वेश्चंस है. आई विल सेंड यू द नोट्स एज वेल. यू पीपल आर गोइंग टू गो थ्रू द टेक्स्ट. हमने अभी टेक्स्ट को ब्रेक करके पढ़ा, तो कितने इवेंट्स हुए, कितनी बार डॉलर्स को डर लगा और कैसे उसने उस डर को ओवरकम किया, ये सारा आप लोग मार्क करके रखोगे और आप लोग क्लास में डिस्कस करोगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में. राइट? अच्छा, हर्षिता has already left. Karthik is not there. Okay, so boys, on this note, next class mein we are going to talk about the question answers, the revision of a short revision of this chapter, and you people are going to mark it in your book that which all events have taken place. Right? Chiransh, Mohit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope it was clear. The chapter was clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you people can also leave, beta. Thank you.
yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay. Thank you, bacha.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.